Hello Seekers, welcome to Prince Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. Once again, we are here with another Sun transit video, which is the annual and monthly transit for the Sun for every ascendant. Sun will make its move on the sign of Aquarius and will go out of the sign of Capricorn and therefore leaving Saturn, Jupiter, Mercury and Venus behind. It will leave the stellium and it will go in this another sign of another zodiac of Saturn, 7th from its own sign, Leo. What will happen with this Sun transit? Let us try to find that out in this short and sweet video. Stay tuned till the end to get to know much more about this transit. But before that, do not forget to subscribe, hit the red button, subscribe the channel so that you and me can stay connected. Hit the bell icon so that you get notified when I upload a video. And if you want to follow me on social media for a lot of Astro Bites, the links are in the description box below. If you want to take my consultation, do drop me an email. The email ID is in the description box below. So let's continue with a very powerful transit of Sun, 7th from its own house. Sun rules the sign of Leo. Sun is the king. He is the representation of the Atma, the soul. He is the life giver. And Sun is something that is controlled by the fire. That is why Sun controls the 5th house, the stomach region, because most of the organs of human body is in and around that particular region, the solar plexus region. It's the energy center and it's the core of the body that stabilizes and helps in our survival. Sun is the vital force. We all are the solar children, the child of the Sun. We all consume solar energy directly or indirectly. When this Sun goes in the house of Aquarius, which is the house of public, which is the house of network circle, which is not confined into one area but spread out, Sun tries to give out the energy. It is a very charitable Sun. It is the soul who wants to share. It is the soul, it's a personality who wants to be in the public, who wants to share and who wants to give out. Sun, when in the sign of Aquarius, will aspect his own sign Leo, and therefore the charity power of the king who is for the subject, the king who is for the public, makes him a king worthy of praise, and he will be remembered over the time, and his power is not taken away by anybody else. That's the supremacy of Sun in the sign of Aquarius. But then there are few astrological factors that we have to take into account to understand what is going to happen now. So on 13th of February 2021, Sun will make its move out of Capricorn and will enter Aquarius. But as soon as Sun enters Aquarius, there is Moon already present in that house, and Moon will be in the Purva Bhadrapad Nakshatra on that event. So at that time, when the Atma goes, the Man is already fighting the extremes. And when Sun goes in, Moon, which is the reflector of the sunlight, Moon, which is mind, the personality, it starts reflecting what is within you. That means your identity and your understanding about yourself can go to any direction. It can be extremely positive or it can be extremely negative. That is something that you have to rediscover about yourself. Yes, every year Sun goes into this particular house. So do other planets regularly transit different houses. But when I'm reading about the whole picture, what I do see is that few days later, not only Venus will go back, Venus will come and join Sun, Mars will go and combine with Rahu, which is 4th from the position of Sun. But also Venus, which is the 9th lord from the Sun, goes combust. So what you have to do is, when you are in the public, when you are there for everybody else, you should not lose your ability to think and you should not follow blindly what other people are saying. Because 7th lord going into the first house and then with the 9th lord also going in the first house and then getting combust, you can easily lose the track of dharma. You can forget your duties. Because 4th from this position, Mars and Rahu, Mars which is the energy, which is the nakshatra where sun will enter when it enters the sign of Aquarius, which is Dhanishta, Mars and Rahu can create a lot of chaos in this case. With Venus having no power, the bhagya, the destiny of the sun is undefined. Sun with his 7th house energies breaks down Venus and shows its supremacy. So kind of opposite what sun should do in the sign of Aquarius is happening here. So you have to be careful about your own ego, about your own personality, about your own health. You have to be careful about whose side you are taking. Are you rational enough in your thoughts and in your conversation and in your action? And the play of ego should be completely switched off. We all are puppets in the hands of the divine, and we all are a part of universal consciousness, and you have no idea how your actions can affect the other corner of the world. So when you have Sun and Venus, the ego tussle, the identity crisis, the personality issues will rise up, and you will be too much believing onto something, and you will not listen to anybody. And if you are listening, there's a very high chance that you will listen to somebody who is praising you and not criticizing you. This sun cannot handle criticism. So when you are going ahead, and if someone is criticizing you for anything, try to take it humbly, and even if you are responding to the situation, don't react to the situation, but to give a proper response, a humble response, a response taking brotherhood into minds, and a response thinking the basis of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. We all are one world family, and we all are a close unit. Now take it on a broader scale. You may be in a different home, I may be in a different home, but we all are on one single planet. A small ball rotating in the sky, in the space, I will say, around the natural sun, the planet sun, wandering aimlessly, going round and round and round for millions of years, whereas sun itself is going round and round around the galaxy, and what not is happening. The question is, you can have an identity in your home, I can have an identity in your home, but imagine you are on the moon. You are watching all of us together on one single ball, and when you are way ahead, just like the Voyager, when it clicked the picture, it was just a speck of dust, a small dot. So we need to understand the massiveness of God, the massiveness of the universal consciousness, and we all are a part of it. That is why in Bhagavad Gita, God said, I am not part of you, you are rather part of me. That is why we have Atma, but he is Paramatma. He is the eternal, the supreme soul, the supreme consciousness, and we need to connect to that. That level of humbleness should come within us at this time frame. And the other side of the sun transit in the Aquarius will be that it is showing too much of charity, losing your own self and just going all out for giving all the energy out to other people, and what is then left for yourself. That is why the two extreme sides will come into picture. Now Venus is also a Daitya Guru, and Sun is identity, and Venus is kind of combust. But combust planet is not helpless planet. Combust planet means the planet is not in vision. That means whatever Venus will do, it won't come in your own vision, and something is happening in behind. So there can be some planning, some politics that will happen behind your back, especially for people who have Venusian ascendant or moon sign, or if you are in Venus or Sun Mahadasha, or if you have Venus or Sun placed in a very prominent position, and they are the dominant planets in your horoscope. You need to be careful about office politics. You need to be careful about things that are going around you. You need to not go into fight with government, fight with authorities, fight with your bosses. Also, Sun represents father and father figure. You have to be careful and not show disrespect towards any of them. Sun transit in the Aquarius is also marked with Saturn, third aspect in the sign of Pisces. Now, why is that important? Because Saturn is behind the Sun, and Saturn is aspecting the second house. The resource of the Sun is completely under the grip of Shani. One wrong step, and Saturn will snatch away the very thing on which you were boasting, on which you were standing, and the platform will be taken away, and the king will fall on the knees. That's the recipe for the downfall of a kingdom. Ego has to be dissolved. You, the king, has to come out all in the open for the public, and you are the king for somebody. You will be, irrespective of whether you are a male or female, child or an old person, you are the king, if not for other, at least for your own self. Try to treat your body through yoga. Try to recover from the diseases. Try to focus your mindset and try to go for higher light, higher dimension, higher frequency, and get out from the clutches of the lower vibrations. Mahamrityunjay mantra and chanting the Shiva mantra is going to be the best way to improve your confidence and also protect yourself from arrogance, ego, and anything which is wrong about yourself. So is this transit really bad? No, the transit is not bad. The transit only provides light to the dark areas of the life, to the areas which were ignored. Something will happen. You won't be able to realize what is happening, but something will happen that will bring out the dark side right in front of you. So secrets will open up. Anything that is happening wrong about relationship will come into picture. So not good for marriage. But this is a very good time if you want to change something in your career. Because ultimately 7th Lord goes into the 11th house of the Kalpur. 5th Lord goes into the 11th house of the Kalpurush. So in this case, the productivity is more about connectivity. So if you are careful enough, it will help you connect to higher soul. If you are careful enough, it will connect to people with power, people with position, people with authority. And if you are humble, if you are the right person, things will be absolutely right for you. That is something that you need to do and watch out for. Always affirm the positive side and seek the light and chant Aham Brahmasmi and pray to Lord Mahashiv to give you the best of this transit. I hope this transit will take away all the ego and will dissolve the ego at the feet of the divine, and we all become one. With this, I end this video. Let's meet in the next video. Till then, this is your host Puneet, signing off. Namaste.